Welcome to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we've got the brand new hover jig mold. This mold won Best of Show at ICAST this year, and I'm gonna go show you the step-by-step process on how to make these hover jigs. So as I mentioned, Duo Molds won Best of Show in the tackle making category with this hover jig mold. This hover jig I think is gonna be very, very popular. It's built around an awesome 10111 Victory hook. Victory hooks are very sharp, very, very inexpensive compared to a lot of hooks out on the market as well. I definitely think if you haven't tried Victory, you should give them a shot. This 10111 hook is also a light wire hook, which is perfect for the hover jig. The hover jig is gonna be fished on spinning equipment primarily, so having a lighter wire hook with a nice barb on it is key to getting those fish hooked and getting them all the way back. This hook covers both of those aspects. It's a nice light wire. It's gonna help you get those fish hooked, and then that barb is gonna keep them hooked and keep them all the way back to the boat or all the way back to the shore. This hover jig mold is a 6-cavity mold. You're gonna be able to make 1/4, 3/16, 5/32, 1/8, 3/32, and 1/16 hover jigs. I think that covers pretty much everything that you're gonna wanna do with a hover jig. The 1/4 ounce is gonna really get you down pretty deep, pretty fast, especially when you're using that spinning equipment, and that 1/16 is gonna be for those shallow water situations or when you need an extremely slow fall. So one thing before we get into making these jigs, I wanna talk about my affiliate link that I have to the Duo Molds website. If after watching this video, you guys decide you wanna buy any of the products that we're using, use the affiliate link that is down in the description. Just click to open up the description, the affiliate link will be there. Click on that link and it'll take you to the Duo Molds website. Once you get to the Duo Molds website through that link, Duo Molds will know that I sent you. I don't have a specific code or anything like that to use. You just literally click on the link. They'll know that I sent you over there. And if you end up buying anything, I'll be able to get credit for those sales. Today, we're gonna be making 4 of these hover rigs. We're gonna be making a 3/32. We're gonna be making a 1/8. We're gonna be making a 5/32. And then we're also gonna make a 3/32. These larger sizes right here have the 2/0 hook, and then these have the 1/0 hook, these smaller versions. So now we're gonna close up our mold. Then I always like to make sure that it's nice and flush through the top here so you don't get any flashing, and you know you're gonna be able to get good pours. It's also good practice to keep your mold nice and warm. So sometimes what I like to do is put my mold up on top of my lead pot, so that way it gets the hooks and the mold nice and warm, so that way the lead flows through and gives you more complete pours a little bit more often. This mold pours pretty well, so I don't think we'll have any of those issues, but it is something that I like to do a lot with when I'm pouring up these different jigs. I also like to make sure that I have good flow coming out of my lead pot, so I always like to check for it. We got good flow, so we're gonna be able to take our mold down and fill up these different cavities. Pretty simple process. We're gonna let everything set up inside of our mold, and then we'll open them up and check it out. Our 4 hover jigs should be good to go. Looks like they turned out really well. Nice and complete all the way throughout. Last thing in the process is just getting rid of these sprues that are coming out of the top of the mold, and now these things are pretty much ready to go. The process to get rid of these sprues is pretty simple. All you gotta do is take some shears and literally just cut it off. And then I like to take a file and just file it down so things are nice and smooth. And literally, guys, it's that simple. We got a hover jig ready to go. So as you can see, guys, this is a pretty easy jig to make. If you're not used to making jigs, never done it before, this is a great mold to start off with because the process to make these is very, very simple. But what I want to do right now is show you how to rig up a bait using one of these hover jigs. It's a pretty simple process. This is a 6-inch juggle minnow. This is a great bait to pair up with these hover jigs. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook point and go down about a 1/4 inch down into the body of the bait, and you want to go straight down into the middle of the bait. Then you're going to thread it on just like you would any other jig head or swim bait or something like that. Then you're going to come out the middle as well. Then you're just going to keep feeding everything into the bait, and then you're going to have this little tip sticking out. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull your plastic over that tip and kind of just push it onto that head. And that is how you want that bait to look once you have it all rigged up. You want everything to be nice and straight right through here, and you want it to look nice here at the front as well. That tip's gonna keep this part of the plastic nice and secure, and it's not gonna come out, and you're gonna be able to fish this bait around, and you're gonna be able to catch a lot more fish than you wouldn't be able to because of how natural this bait looks going through the water. So there you have it, guys. That is the award-winning hover jig mold and the hover jig placed inside of this 6-inch juggle minnow. This thing is gonna be a fish catcher. I can't wait to get out on the water and show you guys how good of a jig and presentation this jig allows you to give, especially for the forward-facing sonar, guys. But if you fish off the bank, you can definitely benefit from this as well. Fish it off a point and just jig it on the way back, keep it nice and vertical going through that water column, and you're gonna be able to catch some fish, guys. So again, if you guys decide that you wanna go and get some of these victory hooks, or you wanna get this brand new mold, please go to the Do It Molds website through my affiliate link that is down in the description. If you guys want to watch more tackle making videos, make sure to click on the playlist or the tackle making video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.